So today's kind of a nerve-wracking day. First nerve-wracking day was the first track session to see if Michael's numbers modelling all stacks up, which we found out it does, which is nice. So today we're doing a 30-minute race. 30-minute race simulation, basically a trial run, practice run, whatever you like, going through more or less all the motions, everything except the full caffeine load, because if we have all the caffeine that I would take, which is kind of 300 or 400 milligrams, which is a lot, I'm not going to get to sleep before 2 or 3 a.m. so we won't be doing that. We're going to do the first 30 minutes. So obviously, the first 30 minutes should be reasonably controlled. Fairly controlled, and we'll see how it is. So what have we got? Full race kit, suit, helmet, overshoes, pads out on the side of the track. The warm up on the turbo rather than the on the track, and full countdown, gate, standing start, and off we go. What I will try and demonstrate to you today with a balloon is the swirl. What a lot of you won't know is an hour record attempt, or any attempt on the track. If you've got a team pursuit team will always go quicker if there is another team pursuit team on the circuit, because a slipstream is not just on the wheel. That slipstream stays obviously on the road. Some wind will blow it, some wind will potentially move it, but what we'll demonstrate is the swirl that you generate when you're doing an hour record. So when we've been doing these 4K runs, I've noticed in the last kilometre I've been able to pick up speed, and whilst sort of keeping the same power, only a little bit, but a little bit of speed. And the reason is that I'm starting to turn my own air around the track, and then that air turns. And the reason this track is fast is because the building is so small. If you've got a massive building like London, then that's going to get dispersed easier. If you've got a nice small build, I mean, what you really want is a tunnel to ride through, and then that air will just turn and it will be mad. But what you've got is nice tight walls, like a tiny grandstand, tight walls, low roof. So we'll get a balloon, we'll try and demonstrate what's going on there at the end of the run. And we'll practice the splits, practice Hutch's feedback, because we want lap splits, but then also want to find an effective way of relaying to me how well I'm doing on the overall. What we don't know at this point is what Tissot is bringing in terms of information, because they're the official UCI timing people, so we don't know what they're bringing. So we have to rely on the basis that we're bringing our own information. So I'll be getting lap splits, and then every either 5 or 10 kilometres we'll get an overall how I'm doing. And we're not sure whether that will look like an average speed or whether that will look like just a simple up or down on kind of not Victor's pace, but like if Victor had to ride a steady state lap split, then that pace. So but I know if I'm seeing 6.2s, 6.1s and 6.3s, then that is on schedule. Race day nutrition prep from Alan as well. Sort of a delightful rice pudding, 3 and a bit hours out. We'll see how we go. The only thing we're lacking some bar end plugs for the base bar, which won't make a tiny bit of difference, won't make much difference. And we've got to tape up all the bolt holes on it as well. And we will have a speed sensor on and a magnet taped to the rear disc, which we won't have on race day, and that's just to get some accurate CDAs. And at the moment, I'm hovering. I think we can more or less accurately get a CDA, and we're hovering at the high 1.7s or the low 1.8s at the moment, which is good. We're happy with that. Juliet's going to come watch, and Chanel will cheer from the side. But so it's quite a nervous day, because let's see how I am past. So we've done a 11-minute run. That's the longest run so far. Off a bit of fatigue, like we've done that at the end of a session, but ultimately it's a cumulative effort. So quite nervous about how sort of the second 10 minutes and the third 10 minutes is gonna pan out, and how I'm gonna feel at the end of the 30 minutes. So I think psychologically, if I know it's 30 minutes, I find at the end of an effort it's always hard at the end of an effort, no matter how long that effort is. So I think at the end of this 30 minutes, I'll be like, whew. But actually, that is only because mentally I'm like, there's the end of the effort. So, but yeah, things are good. Things are good. We're happy.
Merch is whipping up a storm. Sandwiches for the team.
Team sandwiches.
Coconut rice for the talent. And everyone's following schedule.
Alan, can you talk us a little bit through about last night's dinner and then today's meals?
Last night's dinner, low fibre meal. Took some special pasta from the UK, just loads of carbs, loads of protein, low in fibre. Greek yogurt, watermelon, honey for dinner last night. And then today, double breakfast basically. We had birch and muesli this morning with an electrolyte tub, and 3.5 hours before go time, Alex is going to have a coconut rice pudding. So loads and loads of carbs, easy to digest, and something again we practiced earlier in the week.
And not a beetroot shot in sight.
I hope not. I don't want to see beetroot ever again.
Ice Fest, ready? This is why we do a race simulation day.
So today is actually the first day that they've turned the lights on, lights/heaters, because they're going to warm the air up, which we need to test if that makes anything faster. Platform is being built for the UCI and for TISO, so they're going to be bang on the line here, doing their timing thing. I naively thought that they would just bring a stopwatch, but a bit more of an operation than that.
Mark, we need you on the gate.
I know my job.
Good job.
The gladiator music playing in the background.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, Alex! Come on, Alex!
Don't do nervous, Chanel. I'm feeling nervous. 30. A little bit nervous.
It's just the dress rehearsal.
No. 20 laps is 2 seconds up. It's getting real.
I think we're about 10 minutes in now. Seems to be going well. Stopped a little bit early, not part of the plan, not sure why, but I'm sure we'll find out when he slows down. I think did 77 laps out of 110 or 20 that he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I mean, I could have dug in and gone, carried on, but
Yeah, I mean, you're like 20 seconds up on pace, so that's will do.
yeah, and the less I need to do as well.
And now we've decided to have a party. So we've got some on-brand balloons. We've got some enthusiastic faces.
Do we need to draw faces on the balloon, Chanel?
Well, we're lacking some enthusiasm here. Do you know that Dr. Hutch is actually a registered tattoo artist? So if you'd like this replicated, just let us know in the comments. He can probably tattoo it. What could possibly go wrong? Throwing balloons at the cyclist and then trying to get them off the track.
If the head one is just going to burst. Or
Either
kill
that or
him.
it goes up in his drive chain and
Yeah, they'll just shred. We'll make a mess, but it's not going to kill him.
Make a big noise. Ready, set.
Let's give him another couple of laps.
Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, there's some slight, definite movement to the side. I mean, ish. Dowsett, thoughts and feelings on today's session? I'm just gonna doing a run and walk. No, we're not doing a run and walk.
Today we discovered that
It's gonna be hard.
it's going to be hard. It's going to be a damn sight harder than my last one. But we, you live and hope that it won't be, but it turns out Victor is a very good bike rider. It was an important exercise. I wouldn't say it was a failure today. I wouldn't say it was a success. I'd say it was a learning exercise of a little bit of feedback between Hutch and I. I think I thought I was... Hutch is trying to give me lap splits as well as overall splits, and I saw I think after 20 minutes I saw a +2. What I didn't see was the 0 afterwards. So after 20 minutes I was basically a lap and a quarter up on Victor, which I do not need to be after 20 minutes.
It's that whole sort of thing, you don't want to cook yourself too early on.
No,
like
and every unsuccessful hour record attempt has been going out too hot and fading. And of course we don't want to do that. And I think what's clear is 56 kilometres is not on the cards. But I think it's going to be bloody difficult, but I think I do have what it takes to break Victor's record, but it won't be by much. And that first 20 minutes I have to be super vigilant, like really vigilant, and happy to see. I think I know sort of 16.3s and 16.2s is enough, and I think on that last stint I'm trying to not see any 16.3s. I'm always trying to see 16.1s to sort of create a buffer, but that's just not the way. It's not the way to do it. So yeah, after 20 minutes it was really starting to bite, and I was in my mind I was like, don't need to dig myself a hole today. Sort of mentally conscious that it is a training effort. It's not a full tilt. I was happy to knock it on the head at 21, 22 minutes and call it quits there, because I think any more I think I could have done half an hour at the same pace, but just I'm not sure what it would be to prove. I know how it's going to feel now. And
how does it feel?
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. There's no like I'm about. I think on the 3rd of November I'm going to have an honest hour record feeling, one that others talk about being brutally difficult. It's going to be tough, but I think it was important to get a decent length run in, which we did. Yeah, I went through 10 miles in 17 minutes 25 seconds, which it's shifting. So good learning exercise.